Hey y'all. I wanted to touch on a subject for a few minutes that's been brought up before, and I don't know if I'll talk about it again. But I made a video I think a while back talking about freight trains being too long. I don't remember if I did, but it looks like it's getting a lot worse. I just saw a news article from CBS Texas on YouTube about freight trains being way too long in some parts of the DFW Metroplex. Now, I don't live near a train crossing. In fact, the closest railway anything to me is in Hurst, Texas, the Trinidad Express, which runs between Dallas and Fort Worth. When I moved to my new town, I'm moving to Irving. I won't be too far from West Irving or Downtown Irving Heritage Crossing, formerly South Irving Transit Center. Anyway, in the video, they were talking about how ridiculously long freight trains are getting, and they're right, and how long they're blocking crossings. In the old days, freight trains were not very long, which was a good thing. You could wait at the crossing for like maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes and the train was gone, just like that. Now, people have to wait for 30 minutes to an hour, it seems, because of how long the trains are getting. It's ridiculous, and it's not safe. Numerous crossings being blocked at once, too, is also a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing because you're driving along, you get stopped at one crossing, a train comes in and stops. You want to leave it back out, but the crossing behind you is blocked to you by another train. People are climbing over gates and barriers to get to work, to get to school, to get to baseball practice. It's not safe. But what choice do they have? They can't sit there for hours waiting for a train. The Union Pacific said train links are not affecting the safety of transportation on the road. Wrong! It is. So, you may be wondering, why are long trains such a hazard? I just mentioned one of them, blocking a grade crossing for a long period of time. You have someone who's driving down the road, trying to get to a job, trying to get to a doctor's appointment, trying to get to school, trying to, get their groceries home that are probably perishable. If they sit there for a long time, they could miss their appointment, they could be late for their job, their kids might miss an important event, their food could get spoiled and go bad, and that's wasted money right there. Sorry, guys. Another thing is emergency vehicle responses. Police, fire, and paramedics, if they get blocked at the crossing, they cannot respond to the call. Could mean the difference between a crime being committed and stopped and life and death. Another thing is you have a siding where one train is going to pass by another. The freight train might be too long to fit in the siding or in the main line to let the other train pass, which also makes it dangerous. Now I know things can happen. The train can lose power. That's something. And I know that goods have to be hauled by rail to get from point A to point B. I get that too. You guys know I love trains, but I also advocate for railway safety. And what UP, BNSF, CSX, Norfolk Southern, and CPKC, or whatever the heck it's called now, are doing is not safe. The only railroads that seem to be doing okay with this are commuter, short line, light rail, interurban, tourist railroads, and Amtrak. We need to legalize how long a freight train can be on the main line of railroad. I think 60 or 70 cars is long enough, but anything longer than that is very unsafe and dangerous. People are complaining about it. They're getting tired of it. There are even places where there's like one way in or out of the neighborhood. They call it a lollipop neighborhood. You can't get out, on that one road. Pardon me. Throat's acting up just a little bit today. Anyway, so if you have to go to the store or go to an appointment and there's a train in front of you, moving or stopped, you're pretty much trapped. There's a business, and I forget the name, but they dispose of grease from restaurants. And they're surrounded by numerous crossings. And the trucks cannot get in or out to do their job. It is very dangerous climbing over freight cars and grade crossings, and it's illegal. But again, what choice do these people have, huh? If anybody from the FRA, the NTSB, or the classroom rails are listening, take this to heart, guys, and think about it. These problems need to be fixed and stopped. You're not going to like the fact that you have numerous trains running, but they would be a lot safer. I'd rather lose money making short trains than making money with a long train. Safety and health should come first, before money and profit and production. That's one thing a lot of people fail to realize and think about these days. I'm one of a few left, I think, who does. Advocate for trains not be so long, guys, and for safety on the railways. This is something you guys all need to think about there. Rewind. This is something you guys need to think about if you love trains like I do, and you want them to be safer. This is also why I wish I was born 100 years ago, so I didn't have to worry about all this nonsense. Anyway, that's all for this video, so take care, guys. Please be safer on trains. Let's make trains shorter again, and God loves you. See y'all next time.